Can 3 simple scrapbook prompts inspire an entire layout? In today's scrapbook process video, I'm creating a sweet kitten-themed scrapbook page using a digitally altered photo, textured jute, and layered banner details to capture all those tiny new kitten features and special family memories. We're playing along with Ginger's Corner, and it's 3 prompts, 3 pages. I haven't played for a while, so I thought I'd better get back into it. And this was perfect. What else could I do with my babies, my new little girls, Petal and Buttercup, but a digitally altered photo of the two of them. And this is going to really capture their little tiny cuteness all in one go. So I have started with one sheet of paper and I have cut it down to 7.5 by 4.5. And I am inking it up here with my prized ribbon because I want to bring out the blue that's in this paper. Isn't it pretty? I just love the plaid on the left-hand side and the tiny micro flowers on the right. They've got butterflies as well. Very cute for my little girls. So I'm just layering that up. Now, there is a gap because I did trim it and I probably shouldn't have. I should have just left it at the 12 and it would have worked perfectly. But I found this branding strip that I had left over and it just fits nicely. It's in that lacy and it picks up the digitally altered picture that I have here. Now this is a cute little layout. I'm using the same photo and I digitally altered one copy of it here with a sketch design through an app. So this is Petal, she's the black and white one, and then that's Buttercup, she's more of the tortoiseshell white one. So they're very cute, they're very tiny. Petal is very little. She is so tiny compared to her sister. Doesn't look so much in that photo there, but in reality, very much so. Buttercup is a bigger cat and Petal is a little fine cat. They're just so funny. They have been nothing but little terrors for the last couple of weeks since we've had them, and they're getting more and more active as they are getting comfortable in the house. All right, one of the other prompts was to use banners. So I have this little banner here and it's got little paw prints across it. So I'm going to just use it as a feature up here to the top left. I did add in a photo tab there, and it's from my punch that I have, and I've done it with the black so that I've kept the frame and the things coming together. You can see that banner up close there. All right, now I'm going to put in some chipboard, and I have got some Scrapbook Fantasy chipboard that I'm going to use, and so I'm using my acrylic pens here. Now I work these a couple of times. I'm not happy with the colors. I just play with them a bit. There is like a brown stripe in the plaid that I was trying to bring out into the titles here, and I am using the word little cuties because they really are little cuties. And so the acrylic pen here came out a different color to what I was anticipating. I am not too worried so much here with this title, but boy, do I have a lot of trouble getting the cats to the one I want them to be. So I did do that brown in underneath, and I am going to colour these 2 cats here that are going to go either side of the title. And I colour them with another brown, and I actually don't like it. So I then go over it again with another colour, and you'll see all this happening in real time. I'm going it over, as you can see here. Not totally impressed with how that's turning out. It's a more of a smoky grey brown, and I'm looking at it and I'm not really happy. I don't like the title cuties, little cuties in the colour, so I'm going to re-colour that in a moment. I do cut these out. Scrapbook Fantasies put them in these grids to stabilise them, which is very helpful when you are colouring, but then you've got all these little bits you've got to cut off, which can be annoying at times, but they do come off pretty easily, so it's not that bad. Probably be better if I use my craft knife. They'll probably come off smoother and cleaner, but I'm just snipping them off here with my scissors. And then once I've done that, that's when I realize that I'm really not happy with the colour, and I will go over them again. Chipboard is great for that respect. You can paint it, you can colour it, you can ink it, you can do lots of things to it, and you can do it multiple times. It doesn't really matter. It just goes over the top. So I'm going to go over now with this blue, and I'm just changing the colour of it, and I'm going to pick out the blue more now. So in the plaid and the floral with the butterfly, there's the blue in it, so the cornflowery blue. So I'm just bringing that into the title as well now. I like that it's got a bit of different layering to it. It's just adding that little bit more interest to the title, and it will really make it help it to pop it out off the layout. So I do turn those ones into blue. Now you will see that I'm looking at these cats and I'm really not happy, and I probably should have left them now in hindsight. Looking at that, it looks you know, like they look not too bad sitting there, but when I was doing it I wasn't happy. So I went over it again with this brown here. Now, this is when I really realized I should have just left it alone, and I don't like it. It's not good. It does not look good at all. So I even go and add in some more. So you'll see that happening very soon, because I'm really not happy with that. I don't like it. I don't think it's a nice color. So I think again, let that sit for a bit, and then I'm contemplating it and I'm thinking, you know what, no, I can't do that. So I'll put it to the side so I can think about it. Now I've got these flowers that I die cut, and so I want them to fit in with the colors on the layout. So I'm actually going to ink them up, and I start with the lighter blue on the brush, and I don't like it. It's not dark enough. So I then go back to the prized ribbon, which is the featured color of my distressing around the edges of the layout, and I end up using that color to ink up the flowers, as you can see here, and I do like how it's coming out. I like that it's not all the one shade. I love that it's got the variances in it. The ombre effect from dark to light and light to dark. I think it's a bit more natural looking for a floral, and I love the white. Janet from Janet Fritz, she does that. They and MK, they use white and then they color it to the ones they want. So I like that idea. That's a good concept, and probably how I should do it from now on. Now I'm just going to use this stencil here, which is a Scrapbook Fantasy stencil with little paw prints on it. Look how cute that is, and I'm adding that detail to the flowers. So I'm adding little paw prints around the petals of the flowers. So that's changing it up just a little bit more, and I'm putting it a little bit darker than what was on it so that you do see the detail of those paw prints. Aren't they cute? These are so cute. Just adding that little bit more texture, a little bit more detail, and I do love how it looks on the petals. I think that's you know, just carrying on the cat theme across the page. I think that's so cute. And I do love my board, I must say, this marble board. It's so much easier to work on. And then you can just wipe it off. Look at those cat prints. Are they beautiful? And then I thought, why not? I'm not 100% happy with the title, so let's put some paw prints on the title. Now, you won't see it so much as I'm doing it here now. I'm just drying up the stickiness there. But when you see the close-ups at the end, you will see those tiny little paw prints showing up on the title, and it does look very effective. The oxide reacts with the acrylic paint in the water, and it becomes a lighter pattern across there. And you can just see the tiny little bit of paw prints there, but up close you'll see them, and it does look very, very effective. Love this stencil. Great one from Scrapbook Fantasies. Perfect size just to use it so that you can use it in panels and little places and get into tight spots, which you just saw using it on those flowers. All right, so here we go again with the cats. I'm going to try again, but this time I'm going to paint them with the white acrylic here, and I've changed them back to white. Still not happy, I have to tell you, still not happy. I do leave them in the white, I do let them dry, but then in the end I change the color again. So this is the beauty of chipboard. It shows you that you can just keep painting or coloring until you are happy going over the top. Don't like the white. I feel that the white will just fade into the background on the layer, so I just leave that to dry, and I will come back with another attempt in a moment, which you won't see because I do it off screen anyway. See, I'm not happy with it. I know it's not what I want. I'm just leaving it. Look at those little paw prints in those petals. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so cute. All right, so now I'm going to start embellishing, and you can see I finally settled just on black for the cats. I just made them black so they're silhouettes. I couldn't come up with what I wanted. It really ties in with the sketch type of thing, but it's also the colors of the girls. It's fine. I just ended up with the black cats. That's fine. All right, and that ties in actually with the die cut paw prints that you can see there that I'm using as the center of my florals. And isn't that cute? I'm just doing a little bit of a zigzag here. I'm setting up a little bit of a pattern. I decided that I needed another banner in there, so I'm just adding another one. I did have the paw prints cut out, and so I thought they fitted beautifully in with the flowers, and I've added 2 little hearts with paw prints to keep that paw print feel go across there. And so I have to add in some jute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down all of these permanently with some glue, because that's very important, and then I'm happy with how they're sitting. I just love those little girls. Look at them. Look at Petal's eyes. She's so funny. So I'll give you a story about why they've got these names, Petal and Buttercup. We have a thing in the house. We have a dog. Her name's Ivy. Plant name. We have another cat. Her name's Clover. Plant name. Then we have another cat, and that's Willa, and that's a witch name. But Willa is also a plant. And then we have Buttercup and Petal, because we had to keep the plant theme going. So that's it. And we have the daughter Lily. So, and we have another daughter with Rose as the middle name. So florals and plants seem to be a trend through the family. So that's how the girls got their names. And aren't just cute. Now, if you don't know the story already, these little babies were abandoned on the driveway of a friend at work's friend. So, a friend of a friend. They were abandoned. The mother with all of her kittens, there were quite a few of them. They don't know how long they had been down on the driveway, because they hadn't been down the driveway for a few days. And by the time they were found, they were pretty scraggy and, not doing too good. So initially, I was just getting Petal, and I was getting Buttercup for my daughter, but then she can't have another pet. They've already got one, and their landlord wouldn't let them have a second one. So we ended up having both Buttercup and Petal, because I couldn't separate the poor little darlings. They'd already been through enough trauma, and they're just so good together. So we now have the 2 little girls added to our other 2 girls, plus the dog, and our 2 birds, Jack and Charlie. So as you can see, I have a menagerie in my house, and my children love laughing about it, because as they were growing up, I was adamant there were no animals. We are not having animals. I am not an animal person. But since my daughter has gone into animal care and all that sort of stuff, we've had goats. We've had we've had so many animals. My house is just the animal kingdom. So I finally become the mad cat lady, I figure, with my 4 cats. But that's okay. I love my girls, and I wouldn't give them up. And they were abandoned, and you can't leave them. Poor little darlings. So they are very much a part of the family now, and they create so much joy. Everybody loves playing with them. The 2 older cats, not so. They're getting used to them, but they're not quite sure. Clover, the really oldest cat, she's like nearly 10, and she really does not like them at all. She lets them know by hissing at them all the time. But Willa is starting to accept them, and she's, a bit more curious about them. Ivy, she pretends that she's the mum, and she herds them. All right, so I added in some distress spritz there in the blue, and that's just adding a little bit of detail there. I'm now also adding in my Nuvo drops into 3 points to set up that visual triangle. They're a brownie coloured Nuvo drop, which pitches in perfectly. Now, the blue that I use for the spritz is the tumbled glass one, and I do love, love, love how that turns out. So I'm just flattening out those pops of colour in the brown there. That's allowing them to give that faux enamel dot appeal to it. And I love how this has turned out. I'm just putting down here that it's Petal and Buttercup, and when we got them, they are just the cutest little things. And look at that, a little bit of jute there with the florals and the die cuts and some banners, and there's my digitally altered photo on the page as well. So that's how it all came together. What do you think, guys? Did it turn out okay? Have I met the brief? I think I managed it quite nicely. There is a playlist. I will have it linked down below. There are lots of people who play along, and there is so many interpretations for the prompts. It's so nice to go and watch what other people create. So make sure you go and check out other people and leave some love for them as well. Remember, Ginger's Corner, I have her details in the description box. She always gives us great prompts to work with. So this is my layout. I'm hoping that I've done enough to earn a thumbs up from you. Look at that. There's the jute put in there, and you can see it up close. There it is overall. What a great layout. Love it, love it, love it. More than happy for you to copy, and if you do, don't forget to head over to my Facebook page, Kathy Loves a Scrap, and share it with me. Here's my next video for you. Stay creative, friends, and I'll see you real soon.